Fall camp coverage continue on LibertyFlames.com, joined by special teams coach Scott Downing. And Coach, this has been a group I know that has been special for you to work with. When you look at your special teams units, it's obviously a third of the game when you look at offense, defense, and special teams. Why do you enjoy coaching it so much?
I think it's because as coaches we get to touch virtually every unit on the team. In that you have a lot of people playing for you. You got receivers, running backs, linebackers, DBs. And so if all I did was coach running backs, I'd really get to know them well. Sure. But I know the other guys as well. And then we also get to tap into the wealth of knowledge that's on the coaching staff, because some of the techniques that they use on the defensive side of the ball translate to special teams as well as to the offensive techniques. So I get to learn every day. Every day it's kind of like being in a science class and mixing different chemicals and hoping they don't explode on you.
Well, what are some of the tricks of the trade you've been using with these groups? And I guess I'll hone in to make it easier on you, the return game. Kickoff, return, kickoff team, and some of those things like that.
Right. Well, the one thing we do is we break it down into individual techniques, just like you would offense and defense. So we take it down to what we think are the dirty details of the job, as to how to escape a block, how to get aligned properly, what foot you roll over. So we don't just throw them out there and go sick them. We give them a plan, we let them execute the plan. To us, kickoff is just like the biggest blitz in football, the longest blitz in football. A kickoff return is the longest zone play or power play or ISO play that you would ever run on offense. So that's how we communicate it to the players, and they understand that they're using some of the same techniques they're going to use in their other disciplines as well.
How about your return game? Who have you been using as some returners, and who might we see in Blacksburg next week?
Well, a lot of people remember guys like Damian King, who returned for us last year. Zach Parker returned for us. Frankie Hickson, coming off a redshirt year, is going to be a guy that's going to figure in on kickoff return. Alpha Jallo, who has returned in the past, is going to be out there as well. Some of the other guys that you'll know, Todd Macon's been out there, Malik Matthews, also B.J. Farrow. So we've got a number of guys that have the hands, and they have different abilities that they bring to the table. So early on in the season, we may use a mix of guys just to see who's the one guy that can handle the job all the time, or maybe we still need to mix them in because you like to give people a little bit different look. One guy runs a middle return better than he does an outside return. So we'll see. But those are some of the names we've been working with.
All right, Scott, let's talk about putting toe to leather here. You have a couple of great kickers. Trey Turner, all-conference punter.
Right.
Alex Probert, we've seen some good things from. And Cole Gibson, who's out from the Tidewater area. So right. Your kickers, how have they looked so far?
We've been pretty pleased with them, particularly Trey. I mean, he's going into his junior year. He's a heck of a guy, returning all-conference type guy. I mean, he's got an explosive leg. The only problem with him, he's left-footed. No, he's a great athlete. He really is. I mean, athletically, he could do a lot more for us than just punt the football. Right. He's talented, and that makes him a better punter. But I think what I've enjoyed so much about him is his mental approach to the game. He's exacting. He's hard on himself. He is very, very disciplined and understands that his role for this team is to give us great field position. And so I've really liked him. Obviously, Alex Probert coming in as a freshman. He's a true freshman. He's going to line up, and he's going to kick off, and he's going to kick field goals and extra points. And, surprisingly enough, he's shown a lot of great mental maturity for a younger guy, for a guy that's never been in a 70,000-seat stadium with 70,000 screaming fans. He seems like he's going to handle those kind of things very well. And then Cole Gibson, though, as you mentioned, Cole came over. He's a walk-on, working hard. He's shown a lot of improvement. He's shown an adaptability to the college game and a willingness to work at it. Many times if they've come in from high school and all they do is kick and punt, sometimes they don't have that work ethic you need. And he has displayed a great work ethic so far. So really, really looking forward to seeing what he does down the road.
How about any nicknames for your units? Do you have any that you can share with us?
No.
Okay.
we use a lot of different things,
okay.
you know, to display them. You know, we got some stuff, but
some things are better kept under
so
wraps.
some things are better kept within the immediate football family, and we'll see how they develop over the course of the fall. So.
All right, Scott, we appreciate your time. Can't wait for Blacksburg next week.
Hey, we can't either. Thanks.
Special teams coordinator Scott Downing.